everybody, welcome back to LS Vintage Design. I hope you're having an awesome day. If you're new, welcome. I'm so happy you found this. If you keep coming back, thank you. You have our heart. Today we are talking about what's going in the Etsy shop or what's already up there, and to give you some ideas of how you could style these items in your own home. So we are going to jump right into this video, and a couple of things I want to show you first, and then I'll kind of give you some styling tips. That was weird. Okay, a couple of things I want to show you first, and then I'll show you how I'm going to style them. One of the things, and this isn't exactly like the one in the Etsy shop, but it's very similar, so let me get this, is a round cranberry vase with the ruffle top. Now, again, the one in the Etsy shop is etched glass, so it has a floral design etched into the cranberry glass. And it's smooth round where this one's rough. But I'm going to use this one as a stand-in because the etched cranberry one is also in my booth. If you buy it online, I'll go over to the booth and get it, no problem. But I'm going to show you how you can style it using this as a substitute. Color is very, very similar, and the ruffle. The shape is, again, it's this size. So this is, and give you an estimate of the size of the one in the Etsy shop. Let's see. This one is about 5.5 inches tall, and at the base it is about 3 1/4 inches wide at the base. The top is about 5 inches. So they'll give you an idea of the size of the cranberry etched glass round vase up in my Etsy shop. And I'll put a picture of that one right here. So some ways you can style this very simply. You can leave them empty without anything in them. They are obviously beautiful by themselves. As you can see here, I have this one just styled on the table, sitting by itself. It goes with the color scheme of everything else on the white table. It pops. But this would also pop on a wood-colored table if that's what you have in your house. Now, I'm going to show you one more way you could style this in your home as well. Okay, guys, here I have it styled on my entryway. It's sitting in front of a hall mirror that I have on some books that I wrapped in a 2-for-1 wrapping paper. It's floral on one side, solid on the other, and I just set that on top and styled it again with a pink poodle and some gold candle holders. So this gives you another idea of how you could style the one in my Etsy shop. Now for the next item that's going in my Etsy shop that I actually have here is this great silver plated gold inger basket. It is a vintage silver plated basket. It is a grapevine. There are leaves and grapes on it. I'm currently in the process of polishing it. Do not be afraid of silver or silver plated items. Polishing is really not that hard, especially if you don't let them get too tarnished. I did a little Instagram post on it last night, so go check out my Instagram, which is down below. This is beautiful with the holidays coming up. This basket is going to pop off if you put fruit, red apples in it. If you get mini apples, mini oranges, what are those called? Cuties. You could put real fruit in this. You could also put your garland, some garland down in here with your Christmas balls. That would look amazing in here as well and really set off this basket. Because don't let the grapevine or the grapes, because there's grapes. Where are the grapes? There are the grapes. Don't let that deter you from using this for whatever holiday you celebrate, because this is a beautiful basket and would look amazing because it's going to be sparkling for any holiday celebration. Now, I do want to take a minute to say this could also be a great pairing for a bridal setup in a bridal wedding. And I'll be showing you that later if it does not sell before I get to the bridal series. But this would be great because it's beautiful to walk down the aisle with your flower girl dispensing her petals. That's going to come in my bridal series, like I said, which will be here towards the end of December when we're tired of doing holiday videos. So this basket, once I finish getting it all polished, will be up in my Etsy shop. Some more things going up in the Etsy shop and how you can style them. This beautiful rooster on a nest on your coffee pot. The coffee pot has a basket weave texture to it. Is a gorgeous addition to any kitchen setting, any breakfast room setting. There is a matching sugar and creamer. If you can find them, definitely invest in those as well. This is an excellent shape. There is no chipping on the rooster at all. He is obviously the lid. And the pot itself is in excellent shape as well. Now there are a couple of ideas for this. Okay guys, here I have our vintage Risoni. It's Rissoni, made in Japan. Coffee pot with the hen or rooster nesting on top for the lid. I have it styled on my breakfast table, and beside it, because I don't have the matching creamer and sugar dish, which I would love, but I don't have, I've styled it with this vintage rooster chicken recipe box. And you might say, why a recipe box? Because recipe boxes are a great place to store your tea. Double duty, guys. It doesn't have to be used for what it was used for. I can put my hot water in here. I have my tea packets. I could have some coffee cups all ready to go. But this is styled sitting on my breakfast table just like this. When I get ready to use it, add the hot water and teacups. And in the meantime, this is sealed away in my nice little wood recipe box. Great use, great way to style a coffee pot, a teapot, vintage when you're not using them. You could just leave it like this for looks and not ever use them, but keep your tea in a vintage recipe box. Great place for your tea packets to be easily accessible, but also look incredibly good, and use that vintage item for something that wasn't meant to be. Something else going into the Etsy shop are these vintage McDonald's Camp Snoopy glasses. These are character glasses. You can't see them very well. These are Camp Snoopy character glasses. As you can see, the ink, the color, they are in perfect condition. They are from McDonald's from 1983. These are listed or will be listed in my Etsy shop. Of course, these are collectibles. I don't think you're going to want to use them, but hey, if you don't collect Snoopy and you just like the look of these, but there are a lot of Snoopy collectors out there, and I know you're just going to want to get these and put them up on a shelf because they are in pristine condition, and I never use that word describing vintage items. Now, I think these could be styled. They are beautiful. You can mix and match colors. You can kind of group them all together. But this is a huge set, and it's in excellent condition, guys. Go look at the photos. The insides are not peeling. They're not gross. There might be a few light scratches. Nothing major. These have been through multiple checks. They're clean. The lids are popping. They are sealing. These are a great set. You have 3 green and 3 different sizes, all the same shape. Very cohesive look that, again, you could use all of these as a kitchen decor. If you have counter space and you want to set up a little vignette, by all means do that. The yellow is this size. I have all the sizes in the Etsy listing, and then 2 of the same size, this size, and then the orange up front. The way I have them listed, I have all the green to be bought together, all the yellow and all the orange, or you can buy 2 sets, or you can buy all 3. Again, these are in excellent condition, and if you love your leftovers, or you like to carry lunches, these are a good way to do it, guys. They are in, these are great. These came out of my family collection, and I know the care they were given. But use them to decorate. I did want to show you a moment here that you can use them to display. Oh, hold on. Let me burp the green one and burp the yellow one. Okay, that one's burped. Let me burp this one. Okay, that one's burped. So we've got this one, and then you come in with the orange. No. You come in with the yellow, and then you come in with the orange, and then we're gonna go yellow, green, orange, and look how beautiful. So if you mix and match, you can stack and display like this, and then you have 2 more if you don't want to keep them all together. It's totally up to you, because they're going to be yours, and you're going to get years of use out of all of these. 2 more items, guys. This is our bun warmer. I get these all the time. They don't last, especially because of the holidays coming. This one's a little loved, I'm not gonna lie, but it's at a great price. If you've never had a bun warmer before, this one works beautifully. It's just very pre-loved, and so the price reflects the pre-love. But if you don't know how these work, you put hot water in the bottom of this pan, then you put in this tray, and the holes in the side allow steam from the hot water to come in. You put your bread in the second pan I just put in, and then you put the lid. And you know what? Your rolls, your buns stay warm, they stay moist, they don't get hard, cold, or dried out. This is a great addition if you host any type of large gathering, whether friends, family, or a mixture, or if you do it for your job, if you're a caterer. This thing is a lifesaver for all rolls, bread, cornbread, all of that. So that is going in. In fact, this is already listed. This is another item going in. This is a blast from the past. This is a 45 vinyl record holder. You put your vinyl records here, 45s, and this is just the lid, and it sits on there and pops on, and then you turn the handle, it's locked, you can carry it around. This is great if you have a 70s themed living room, or maybe a guest room. Maybe you're just getting into vinyls and you found like mom's collection of old 45s, grandma's collection of old 45s, and you want some place to store them. What better place for vintage 45s than a vintage 45 record keeper? So that will also be in my Etsy shop. Guys, there's a lot of things up there. Go check it out. Holidays are coming. Get that item that maybe you've been watching. Grab it. I have some vintage cards up there. You can definitely grab those. There's just a ton of stuff. And you got to make room, because I live now where there is so many vintage things, and I need more space up there. So check it out. Oh, also up there is this. This is the black and white speckle pan. It's about this size, has its lid in the pan. Excellent, like new condition. If you like to cook, if you have the matching roaster for your turkeys on the holidays, if you like to cook big for families, this is a great vegetable pan to do veggies in, Or if you like to can, small jars of jelly fit excellent in this. So go check that out on my website as well. So guys, remember, when you find a vintage item that pulls you in and you see it and you think, oh, I need that, but I don't know how I would use it, that you can use a vintage recipe boxes, which I'm using this one for recipes, but you can use these as tea bag holders, as if you have a coffee bag like that. You can also, I'm going to show you something really cool, because this vintage recipe box is also going in my shop, as well as the rooster one. And I'm going to put the rooster one in with the coffee pot, so if you want both those, you can definitely buy them together, or you can buy them separately. Isn't that a cute way to style that coffee pot? I love the marriage of the vintage coffee pot with the vintage recipe box. And remember, items can do double duty. They don't have to be what they were in a previous life. Another example, this is another recipe box, super cute. The recipes that were in it are right here. What you can do, this one's a beautiful copper metals, look gorgeous in the kitchen, but they also look gorgeous in your bathroom. And do you know, these little recipe boxes are a great storage place for eye patches. If you want to store your eye patches, your face patches, if you want to store your eye mask, your lip mask, even a whole face mask, a vintage recipe box is a amazing way to do that. You get a look in your bathroom that no one else has, and you're giving an old item new life. So guys, today I showed you a lot of great items that are going into my Etsy shop or are in my Etsy shop. You just have to go check. If they're not up there, I promise today is Tuesday, October 21st. Everything I've shown you will be up there either tonight or first thing Wednesday morning. Just give me a little bit of time. Take some time to photograph, put all of the description in, and of course, get them ready to go. If you liked my video and you liked what you saw, I gave you some ideas, maybe not how to purchase something out of my Etsy shop and use it, but maybe something you already have, or something that mom or grandma or a friend has been trying to give you for a long time, or something you saw in a thrift store and you liked it but you didn't know how to use it. If I've given you ideas on how to use any of those items, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget, if you have not yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with that little bell. We have a lot of great videos coming for you. And at the end of the week, Saturday-ish, I will be doing a video on... Wait, we're going to be doing a video on scarves, vintage scarves, and how you can use them today. Take care. Have an amazing rest of your week. See you on Friday, Saturday. Bye, guys.